Okay.
And as soon as Ciara finished her speech, Ellie looks up at her tall half-elf friend, reaches and grabs her hand, and you see the snow slowly fall off of her hair, revealing the green leaves. And she looks up at you and says, "Well, you've protected me. Now you can let us protect you."
It's not about protecting me, it's that I let you down. There's no way that you can come back from that.
No, we just have to continue
She's
forward.
dead, Ellie.
No.
And it's my fault.
I don't have to go through this alone.
Who am I supposed to kill next?
That what you're feeling? Use that as fuel as to prevent the next one. Understand that you need more control on your situation.
How?
You don't let others lead you by the nose. And she just like leans close and she's just like, you don't let others lead you by the nose.
But even they said the Golden Hawks were supposed to help me, or be able to help me, and now look, they're not willing. They just want me dead. I have no hope.
I find another way. As sisters in arms, you bleed together, you fight together, you see lots of death. Some of it is not intentional. But the bond stays strong so long as it stays together. Make decisions together. Travel together. Without pithy little interruptions. And we will find help where help is freely offered without the sacrifice of our own control.
Because sometimes I'm sick of having control.
Well, eventually it'll be the one thing you really want. And she looks at Ellie and she looks at Luna and she's like, you likely don't have the words for it now. You don't have to resolve it now. But, as far as I can see right now, the two of you are what each other have. I'll be here to support the both of you. And
looking at your
looks around, where's your father? And Keyanthi as well. We must pull the resources that we have.
I will say that Keyanthi can join this circle at this point. Okay, so now you're reunited as a group. It feels so good. Keyanthi, do you the role of admin?
Yes,
There you are.
I will be like, I'll just come right in and be like, well, Keyanthi has good insight, but sometimes she can't read the room. You know, whatever.
She walks in and all three of us look at you. Two looking miserable, and then there's me looking stern.
intense.
Okay, well, Keyanthi is gonna come in and just be like, good, we're all together again. And she'll walk in a bit closer. I was patrolling around and, well, I found our hunter friend and have convinced him to leave us alone.
Whoa. Really?
Really. He had been trying to see if, well, obviously he wanted to try and take care of Luna, finish the job that I figured he's too old. And we're young and smart. We'll find a way. We'll do it together. Yeah?
Yeah.
Exactly. And Ciara, like, her tone softens a little. She's like, oh, exactly.
I just don't know what to do. Like, there's no way I can go home now. And my bottom of the barrel backup plan won't work because of that hunter guy. Just.
Well, the hunter mentioned a ritual that he would try to use. Is that what you were trying to find them?
Wait, there's a what ritual?
Oh. I mean, he mentioned it offhand. I was talking to him. then Keyanthi starts to ramble. About a vast number of werewolves that he has taken care of.
Like a babysitter, right?
Yeah, he was totally a really nice babysitter. Got him all fresh raw meat and all that.
After school program, you know.
Teething rings. Anyway, and he said that there was a ritual they would do to suppress the urges that came, but it was a temporary, if long-term fix. So even if we find him again, perhaps we can have him tell us more. I'm sorry, he left my sight.
This honestly seems like suppressing him made it worse.
So,
That sounds like a plan, though. Ciara immediately jumping on that.
Yeah.
That sounds like a plan, though. One we can accomplish ourselves.
We could still see your father. Except that he'll be a great boon to us.
I don't even know where he is.
Keyanthi, you hear good old Doc Mom just say in your head, she needs the assistance of a god, or something like it.
Okay, Keyanthi is just gonna first she's gonna blink a lot, like, oh, hello. You were listening?
Hi, Mom.
Yeah, like,
How often are you listening?
while that happened, Keyanthi kind of just zoned out. Like, just briefly, like, well.
Right. Well, is there more, or do I start reacting to it?
Yeah, she'll say a little more, just so I want to, like, clarify the path a little bit.
Do it. That's what we have gods here for, anyway.
Yes, they tell you to do things. She needs the assistance of a god, or something like it. The humans worship their ancestors, since they're elven gods of food. She would like to succeed.
Okay. Is that it? Do I continue now?
Yes, that's what she says.
Okay, thank you. I never know when you're stopping, because I'm like, hey, interrupt.
Yeah.
Good. You take long, deep, profound pauses. I don't want
Very good for dramatic effect. Good dramatic effect.
Yeah, dramatic effect. Exactly. Anyway, so Keyanthi snaps back to reality then, and flips back to Luna. And she clears her throat again, and says, well, if this is beyond the ways of hunters and other kinds of magic, what if we turned more towards those who look beyond everything? You know how, to the human side of you, I don't know if she can say this delicately. That's something to the human side of you.
Your human side.
Yeah, that's right.
Your human side of the family.
Have you any experience with healing from? I was just trying to remember what your Jack said. Your ancestors?
Do I have any experience with that?
Yeah.
They gave you healing powers.
I mean that, but I mean before that. Who said it?
So, like, I'll tell you, like, as soon as Keyanthi, like, mentions that, like, you get the sense that, like, just yes.
Wait, yeah.
Just yes.
Keyanthi, you're right. I mean, your power comes from cousin. Mine comes from spirits. Maybe the spirits can help you. You said you've been talking to your ancestors, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they can help.
We've never heard of them doing anything like this, but I guess we don't really have any other option.
Well, it's a good time to start making history, I suppose. Not like we're not used to that.
I just don't know how I'm gonna get home. Like, with how long we've been traveling and how far Hercus is, like, and like how long my dad's been traveling, we must have passed each other at some point, which means
Well, the journey don't stop until we take the first steps. Ciara has been like slowly packing up bags, trying to load up horses. I don't know if they're still there, if they immediately dissipate once she starts putting the bag on.
I'm like, I mean, my friends are still here. As like the spectral horses are just kind of grazing about.
God, they're beautiful.
They last an hour, so.
Okay.
I love horses. Let's use this hour very happily.
Okay, yeah, so you'll mount up on the horses and do another hour's journey away from Hillock. And then you guys find, I mean, Luna's exhausted.
yeah,
So,
I'm in really bad shape.
and in really
If she
bad
gets
shape.
really tired, I just sort of like lead her horse.
Yeah, and after the hour is up,
Do we still have those healing berries, or are those gone?
I mean,
I'll help you out.
Oh, I love foraging for berries. Can we forage?
you can,
I
can certainly try. I won't say no.
Here, I can help. We're kind of in a rush, and I'm gonna take my staff, wave my hand over it, and just like some branches kind of come up as I cast a good berry. I think it gives me 10, and I just distribute that.
They're like this big.
Yeah.
Ciara tries not to look upset or like disappointed because that's very convenient. She's like, oh, very useful, very good, excellent, saving on time.
This is
Wonderful. Thank you, Ellie.
I mean, we could still forage for berries later.
No. We still have to find the boys. We still have to find the boys.
Don't patronize me.
No. Next time. We have to find the boys. though.
Away. I mean, it's fine.
No,
Wait, do they save in our pockets, or do we just
Yeah, you
use
can
it right
save
now?
them.
Yeah.
Okay, throw it in my pocket, dude. Stuff it in there.
They're good berries. They don't go bad berries.
How many can I eat? Because so I can know how much to increase my HP.
Oh, how much do they heal?
Okay, each one. I just
Yeah,
wonder
they're
how
each
many I
one.
can eat. Like, how much is everybody else taking if there's 10?
They are the size of, like, they're actually like big. They're like the size of like an apple. Or like a child's fist, but I'm like, how big is this child?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've seen some children, they have really big hands.
Yeah. So
I'll have 3 then.
Yeah, you can have 3. I'll just have like 1 on myself.
yeah, besides you don't want to eat a bunch of fruit.
I mean, she doesn't have much else to do, just riding the horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like continue to adjust. Anyway, you eat the good berries, you ride the horses, and then you settle down for camp. And
I'm trying to loan out my thoughts to Lucius, but
the starry sky is beautiful despite all that's happened. Keyanthi, you look through your bag and find the cat that had scurried up you. So you guys now have a black cat in your party.
Okay,
what is it?
Keyanthi is gonna be like, what is this? Oh, hello! Like that? Hold on, let me see here. Her handling is decent. Okay. She's gonna try and pick up the cat. She's gonna pick up the cat, like, she's not used to cats, but she's like, oh, I know what they do.
Can I hold
I'm
the
gonna hold
cat?
it up like this, like, oh!
Holds it like horseshoe.
It's a very
Hello again!
it's a very chill cat.
Nana wants to hold the
And,
cat
like,
because
you
she's
know,
a cat at home.
Put it down gently. You, like, look around, just like, Ellie, Luna, I have a friend.
Then we'll kind of beckon the cat over.
Okay, the cat will come to you, sniff you.
And as the cat is like kind of like in your lap, I'll like kind of just lean in and be like, do you have a name? Or
The cat has these like striking green eyes, and I did have a name for it.
Let's name him Creature.
Is it a boy or a girl?
It
Creature.
is a female cat,
Okay.
and her name is, I think it's like storm related or something.
You look like apple pie. We'll call you apple pie.
Oh, Jinx.
Aw, Jinx.
Okay.
That's what it was, the cat's name. It says, I had a master and it named me Jinx.
Her name is Jinx. Is that like tell everybody?
Oh, well, ain't you a fine little creature?
She's like used to being handled and patted, and so like you can like she's just like a really lax cat. You can pick her up and like roll her around. She's just like whatever.
Like a little rag doll.
Oh, okay. Well, is she scared? Does she want to be here? She's far from where I met her. She was on me. Way back there.
Well, we can't return her now, so finders keepers.
She goes and like sits in Luna's lap and begins to purr.
That's a good sign.
No, she's terribly vexed. Now we have to take her back.
Luna just starts crying because she misses home.
Yeah. And you guys settle in for the night and rest. So you get your full rest.
Yay, I'm not dying anymore.
Yeah. Ah, yeah. Can I call dibs on Jinx? She was in my bag. I want to play with the cat.
Yeah, you can take turns with playing as a cat.
Luna wants to hold on to the cat as an emotional support.
I like to think that Ciara is doing watch at some point, and because like she wakes up and Keyanthi goes to settle into bed. Ciara is writing a dream journal or whatever quite discreetly, and then notices Keyanthi get back up from her bedroll, go over, pick up the cat from Luna's bedroll, go back to her bedroll, snuggle down with the cat.
Yes.
And then when it's Luna's turn for watch, the trade-off once again is such, but Luna wants the cat on her watch. So it's just this continuous trade-off.
I like that. Also, I feel like, animals don't usually choose Keyanthi. And so she's like, oh, this is new. She knows there's druids over there. They're gonna hog this cat. She's like, oh, I want to have some.
It's a cat. It's a cat too.
I ordered that.
Alright, so everyone loves the cat.
Keyanthi won't say it, but she's just like, I want it.
Cat does not chase bird or ferret, so that's okay. I mean, that'd be funny either way.
Yeah, Jinx. Yeah, Jinx is a chill cat. She feels like an intelligent cat, like more than your average cat. She seems like smarter somehow.
I've met some pretty dumb cats. This is true.
Yeah. Then you go to sleep and trances, and a quiet night passes. Then as the sun rises, Luna, you wake to hear the familiar sound of very large barks. And you wake up and look and you see in the distance this group of riders on large wolves coming down from the north as they ride. Actually, no, they're coming from like not exactly the north, but like
the trail.
The trail. And at the lead, you see a very familiar face, a human male. He has a artificial leg and rides proudly on. Is his wolf silver?
His wolf is kind of gray. Silver is Lionel's.
Okay, yeah. So, stride this proud gray wolf next to him, a handsome young half-elf. Astride another wolf, and
remarkably like Luna.
And they look a whole lot like Luna. They ride up, and the man in the lead says, I am...
Luna just bursts into tears and runs up.
Oh. And he dismounts and you run to the arms of your father as he holds you tightly and says, "I'm here. Sorry we got lost." The
All
ancestors,
of you got lost?
well, the ancestors aren't very clear on things.
Tell them to send a mind map. You're a little tired, eating a berry. They should send a mind map next time.
And Lionel comes down and he also hugs you, and then he looks at you and he's like, "You look terrible." And
Wait, Lionel, bro?
behind him you see the guards from your house as they came with them, and you surprisingly see Estrelda as well. But you don't see Rolf. Because usually they're tied at the hip, but Estrelda, your childhood friend, is there with them. And I'm there.
Hey.
Yay! On the to-do list, find the boys.
The best
Ended with a family reunion. This was a great session.
You got to meet my bro!
Oh.
I'm going to try and not immediately have Ciara absolutely adore him because that is my
Just do it. Do it.
And hit the ball.
being immediately, I love him. Ciara, I have to find out if she likes him. Me, I love him.
Instantly
Well, I
rocks
know
off
Keyanthi-
on air guitar.
Bro!
I know that Keyanthi doesn't know Brienne, but Lionel has been Brienne twice now, right?
Yeah.
And you don't have to do anything. I just want him to mention her once. That will make my heart very happy.
Oh man, I meant what's
Remember that,
If you want to, I'm just saying, I love when Brienne is just there on the sideline. Like, if this was an animated show, Brienne should just be in the background of most shots.
Like before, like the pandemonium broke out, she was actually haggling to have a stall hot dog or something, and then like she walked away just as everything broke loose.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, this is a lovely day." And she left before everything was all
This
right
is
now.
one quart at least. What are you talking? Oh, there's pigs everywhere.
Oh, we're running now. Oh, running of the bulls. How very interesting. I've never seen this.
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
I miss Brienne every day. Every day I miss her. Anyway, so I want to present something that I was working on while we were playing.
Okay.
Oh, okay, fun.
It's like what I was talking about earlier. I wrote a song about Veron, and it's not long. That rhymes too. Anyway, you'll know the melody, so you can sing along. But I wrote words to it. All right. No one shoots like Veron, hides on roofs like Veron, step damage with hunters marked like Veron. There are 42 werewolves, he's decimated. Oh, what a guy, that Veron!
Run is the best and the rest is up to the raiders. That's Oda.
Anyway, this you can all sing along. No one shoots like Veron. Hides on roofs.
His name's B-R-V-I-V-I-O.
There's probably an E in there somewhere.
Oh, yay!
Probably another E.
But there's definitely an N.
Anyway, I wrote a
Who
song.
does that Luna think she is? She's rifled at the wrong.
From me.
It'll be tinkling in the background
Oh,
of the
werewolf.
next tavern scene. We won't even notice.
Being humiliated.
I'm so glad you guys know more of the words than I do. But, yeah.
Sorry.
But we love it.
There are 42 werewolves, he's decimated.
My what a guy.
That was great. Thank you for
Courtesy.
that.
Alright.
That was great.
Yeah, I mean, we originally tried to include songs, but it just felt really weird, so I stopped doing it.
This was a great subject.
So that was good. Alright, let's talk about what we liked in this session.
I really liked Ciara's points with trying to convince Luna not to go. Because like I was kind of thinking in my mind, she's just gonna walk away in the middle of the night.
That was my vote.
That's so good. Like, Kara's like our solid rock. I love it. It's so good.
She's just literally trying to not have to deal with the brat.
I love it. Just like, look at me. Look at me.
I am the captain now.
Yeah, I like totally saw her walking off in the middle of the night when you guys were asleep, and then Ciara just kind of like.
I mean, part of me was considering just staying in the woods. I'm just like, people are hard. I just want to. Maybe I'll just stay as a deer.
Oh dear.
Ciara was loading up the horses. No one noticed this, but she was like, God, I'm just like my mother. Just like the haunt of, oh God, I'm my mother. Where's your father?
Flashbacks to Scythe and what's your dad's name?
His name is Dara.
Yeah, Dara. Scythe and Dara.
Where is your father? Him.
Yeah. Beautiful.
As he like shuffles some like
He walked into the room about to eat an apple, and then Ciara's like, and he's like, oh no. Where is your father? Don't know. No clue.
Okay, now we know where father is.
Alright, so yeah, that was good. Okay, Mckenna, you said what you liked. What did you like, Serena? What did you enjoy?
Let's see. Oh God, there's a couple things. Okay, let's see. There's a really sweet little thing with Ellie trying to like make amends for the thing. Like the fact that Ellie like peeled off in all of the mess to like try and bring her friend back. I'm like, aw, it's so Ellie. Aww.
Yeah.
And I did not like that it was really difficult to wrangle my non-horse giant dog mount, which didn't turn into a mount, which felt more like a pulley toy that refused to stay on the thing. So loved but hated that. Love our new cat. Definitely the voice. Really sweet moment with Keyanthi and
Just wait.
honestly, the whole bit that Keyanthi had with the hunter though was actually
That was gold.
snaps. That was really cool. I was like, oh, Keyanthi, that's so sweet.
Take responsibility for my murders. Aw.
It's like, oh, I've already had to deal with so much. What makes you think I'm not ready? It's like, aw, good mom, Keyanthi.
You know, in a nicer way, but yeah, that's it. Just like, dude, don't test me. Look what we did already to get away from you, buddy. What do you think you are?
Yeah, I like. You know, I made Theron, and I don't know, I really like serious old dude, so I wanted you guys to.
That was good.
Yeah.
Wanted you guys to see Baron like a little bit more, so I decided to just have that conversation where
I
also
love big
you guys already have like so many people like trying to chase you and like find you, and I'm like, I don't need like a third party doing that.
I have to actually snaps.
So I don't feel like it would. Yeah, so I feel like it would add more, and Baron Veron would approach one of you and then was like, are you ready to accept the responsibility? That's what he's about. He's about oaths and responsibilities.
He's like a paladin in disguise.
Yeah.
Very paladin.
He is very paladin.
The paladin of the heart.
I love that. But yeah, my winner would be Keyanthi though.
Yes.
Of all the things that I love here, my vote is for the Keyanthi. That was, I feel that very neatly encompassed a lot of what was happening with the crew. Love all the things. Love that.
Michael.
Okay. So I want to tie everything together really quick. I love that the theme for this session was control. And I just think it's like, it's not planned, but it's like, it's so beautiful that like, there's all these things that are going against us, and it's like, oh no, we should accept this, oh, maybe we should do this. It's like, no, we should take control of what we have. And I thought that was like really cool. It's like all these unknown things doesn't matter. What matters is what we have control of. And I thought that was really cool. And yeah, love the whole chase sequence. Everything was nuts. And
Yes!
I am glad that I love that little speech that Keyanthi gave. Just a little, it's like, we fought demons. I was inside of a belly of a molten beast. We buried our own friends. Don't tell me that we can't handle this.
Becca, I got this!
Keyanthi did not bring up the fact that she basically did die herself and then came back and fixed it. I skipped over that commercially.
But yeah.
Keyanthi, we're not talking about me right now.
There's a lot of really good moments. And
I like that session too.
yeah. Because it was hard for me because I was trying to just space out as Ellie, because you want to just say stuff. You're like, no, I want to help him. Like, no, she would not be herself in this instance. She would be emotionally distant and completely opposite of what Ellie usually is. And yeah, all the scenes, all the snaps, everybody's interaction was pure gold.
Yeah, good game, guys. Should we give the inspiration dice too?
And we all kind of voted for. I'm pointing in the direction where her thing is.
Oh.
Who am I pointing to? Who am I pointing to?
Ciara.
I don't know where I am.
You are actually pointing to her on my screen, so.
You are.
Oh. I was like, again, I was like, oh, cool, yeah.
Okay, so we all vote for Ciara.
Yeah.
All right, Gary, you get the inspiration dice next time.
Yeah. Great session.
Great session, guys. Thanks for watching.
No one shoots like the
Hello, this is Tiffany, your DM. Thank you so much for listening to Dungeon Damsels. We really appreciate all your support. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. That really helps us out. And if you're interested, we also have a Patreon as well as a podcast version of our show. You can find it on Spotify, TuneIn, Podcast, Podbean, and pretty much anywhere where podcasts are. Thank you again so much, and hope to